school on Wednesday. So
So
let's go for Bree, Izzy, Sophie, Louisa and Connor.
So
Alright,
ours.
you can do it as well.
Right, explain the job criteria, because I got.
decorate if we get stuff.
Basically,
decorate
we got free banners and everything from the charity. We got balloons. We just need to like.
So while we're talking
Place
when
them.
there's a meeting going on, just one person at a time, please.
Sorry if I'm in anyone's way, you're going to have to deal with it for a bit.
And also, ticket sales are not looking good.
How many more?
There's 40 tickets been sold, and
Wow.
that's just come from 2 bands, one level 3 and one level 2.
Lovely stuff.
40.
Well, Elise's bought 12 and I've bought 13. So.
I've bought 16.
I have a big family. They take up a lot of room.
None of my family have come into the gig.
Yeah, my family. Do you have any friends?
But there's
That's what I said. I asked them
over
to
20
come.
of you, so like even if you buy 5 tickets each, that's 150 tickets sold.
Alright.
So everyone's personal aim is to sell 5 tickets.
I would
Yeah.
certainly say that, you know, if you're here to do a music course and run loads of gigs and do loads of gigs, if you can't get 5 people to come and see you, then that is a bit of an issue because, you know, if you're a musician, you need to be a draw. You need to be able to get people to come and see you. And somebody said to me last week, I haven't got many friends and family, you know, and whatever, and they said, well, look, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of promotion for it. And I said, look, okay, if you can't get 5 people to come, I would expect to see on your Tumblr site a lot of evidence of what you've been doing to promote the gig in other ways. And fair enough, you've put some effort in, you know. First bit of effort is asking friends and family, obviously. And if that doesn't work, then there's other levels. And I would expect to see, you know, like screenshots of the social media and things like that. You know, just like saying that you've handed out a couple of posters is not what I would class as evidence of effort on that front. So, fine, you know, you can put the effort in and you can show the effort, and we can then discuss how you can get more people in to see you next time, you know, when we have a tutorial with you and all of that. So, at least 5 people, or a showing of what you've been doing in order to promote the gig. Fine.
And also there's a Snapchat that's been made, and it's kind of got the promotion going a bit. I've had like 5 people message a Snapchat asking for tickets. So if you get added in the Snapchat, quick adding it around, the tickets should be sold.
Alright. What's it called? Should we go to the aunties, dancers and actors, and flip and ask them if they can come, because it's free for them, right?
No.
They're coming at 3 o'clock
Yeah.
What?
Friday.
Why?
Because that's what this is actually for. It's to show the gig is actually meant to be to show the other.
Is that what we did
performing
last
arts.
year?
And they're going to be on Wednesday. We're going to go and see them do theirs in the theatre. But what I've done is I've
See
said,
some booty.
come on, let's do a gig. We're going to be making music. Let's do a gig. Come on. let's
Are
do
they
a
even
gig.
going to turn up?
Let's
They've
get
got
the
more
bar
to
open
offer.
and let's get people in and let's start that. Let's, you know, get on with it. You know, we don't want to just perform in front of them. We want to perform in front of as many people as possible.
Another issue we have is front of house. We've only got 1 person front of house, like
Who is
bar,
that?
and we can't do the show.
Who is doing front of house then?
Will.
Oh, bless him.
That's the only person that
Okay.
Where is the pudding pie?
I think a conversation needs to be had with the second years because they will need front of house for them the week after. You know, there's a gig a week on Friday, the second year's Halloween gig in here.
Yeah, I only got my ticket for that.
Your ticket is free. You can just get it from box office. You need to go and get it though because there's a capacity in here.
It's only open for Miskin anyway.
And it might sell out because there are more Miskin students than there are capacity in this room. So when you go up to get other tickets, get your ticket for that. It's like a Halloween thing. You can dress up. And it'll be
I'm
fun.
gonna come as a
And
sexy
also,
mouse.
it is really that kind of last day before half term. It'll be a celebration for all of those of you who get to pass your 6-week trial and get to carry on the course.
Lovely stuff.
So it should be fun. Should be fun for most of us.
The charity haven't got back to me yet, but we've opened 10 free tickets to the Alzheimer's charity if they want to come along.
Lovely.
Because obviously we're not going to make them pay to get so they get their money back, so that'd be pointless. So we're just waiting for them to get back to us.
Have you called them or is it like text?
They email me all the time, so how's everything going?
All right.
And they've also promoted it on their site as well, on the poster Bruno made.
So it is nice that we're doing this for charity. I would say that the other thing about ticket sales is the running order, isn't it? The way we normally do gigs here when you're in separate bands is that it's whichever group sells the most tickets headlines. That's how it works, isn't it? When you go and see a band, you're going to see that band, and you might be some other supporting acts, but you're paying to see the ones you want to see. Problem we've had in the past with lots of parents come to see gigs is, you know, if the first band that's on has sold most tickets, you'll find that few people go home and don't stay to watch the other bands because they only really wanted to watch their kid play, which is a shame. So it keeps more people in the room as well to have, you know, whoever sells most tickets headlining.
Mm.
So headline, does that mean you play first or last?
Last.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can we do tail line? I was just thinking, I kept thinking first when I was seeing head.
I don't know why that's what it's called.
Well,
Why is it called headlining?
because the head is at the top of your body, I guess.
Yeah, but exactly.
Ah.
That's supposed to be the headline.
Huh?
The last.
But that's the first thing on your body that you look at, like your head. Well, depending on where you like to look. But and then the feet are like.
We're having a weird conversation, I know. Anyway, that just happens to be what it's called. Now, look. Also, I think you do have to look at the music as well. You know, there'd be no point having a slow acoustic act on last when there's some banging band. You know that fit that as well. So we do have to take that into account. Yes.
Okay.
So how do people actually pay? How do people actually pay for the events?
They give the money to us. And
You
we
have to.
fund it.
You get tickets from the box office.
But how do I? So I have to collect the money from people and go to the box office.
Pay for it.
But I've got friends that aren't actually going to trust me with the money. How are they going to trust like a stranger if you go up to people outside?
Your friends don't trust
People
you with the
trust
money.
me.
No, but what about, not just friends, but like people that you go out if you're selling tickets.
Well,
how are they going to
I
like?
suppose they could come in.
They could come in and buy the tickets,
But-
or you could buy
So
the
there's
tickets.
a turnstile.
You could buy the tickets and then sell them to them. If anyone does buy a ticket through you, you can leave the ticket on the door so they can just come and pick it up and claim it when they come.
Yeah, I feel like.
Normally when we do gigs, can be sold online, but this one, because it wasn't an official gig,
Oh.
they didn't do that.
Right.
It's too late. Plus, tickets do take a very small percentage for the company that do the tickets, and we wanted all the money to go to the charity.
Right.
Okay, just a couple more things from me.
Okay.
You've all been sent a letter home for this thing called Friends of the Miskin,
Yeah.
which is for the hour before the gig. So the idea is that your parents come and meet us in the theatre. We will talk to them about the nature of the course, the dates, the hours that you work, what we expect you to be doing whilst you're on the course. We'll give them the links to the tumblers so they can see the tumbler that you see that tells you what you're meant to be doing and gives you all the notices, things like that. So that they can be really helpful to you and so that we can be helpful to them. And, you know, sometimes there's a misunderstanding. Quite a lot of the time I get parents phone me up thinking that, you know, is my son or daughter lying to me about not having to be in this day or having to be in this day? So, you know, we just clear up a lot of things like that. But most of you haven't replied. You're supposed to reply to the letter whether they're coming or not, to say yes or no, to prove to us that they've received the letter and all that. But I would expect them to be coming to the gig anyway, so that they, you know, it's only an hour before the actual gig. So can you make sure you bring your reply slips in on Wednesday if you haven't got that? Some people like Jacob and Ryan haven't received one. I can go and get you one, so you can just take it home and invite them that way. The other thing I just wanted to mention was you were all supposed to have completed the 2 BKSB initial assessments in English and Maths. If you remember, you were set that by Andy, then I had a session with level 3s where we carried on with it, and I asked you to do the rest at home by last week. There's quite a lot of people that haven't actually done both of them. I've got a list here: David, Bruno, Nathan, Isabella, and then there's a few that have only done one, haven't done the other one. You know, you can't pass a 6-week trial if you haven't done them.
That's level 2s as well.
Have
You
I
did
done
the
it?
other one.
Yes.
I think I've
I've done it as well, haven't I?
You got to do both of them. So I did
It's all on eTracker,
one.
and you do need to get it done. Just another reminder, because you might be able to do it tomorrow. We might have time today. Yes. Okay, on eTracker it says you haven't done both of them, so
I didn't think it was next day.
we'll have a look.
Oh, you did it there.
Okay.
We'll have a look. But seriously, you can't carry on the course after next week if you haven't done it.
It's
If you're not
cold.
sure, just log in and check.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did both mine.
If you had a session with Ant, then you most likely did because Ant said
Get it done.
before you move on.
I'll put the link on the level 2 Tumblr site. Level 2.
And you checked mine before I left.
Just have a look. But anyway, we need to rehearse today. We're going to show all of the work on Wednesday. The idea is Wednesday morning when we come in, we'll all come in at 10 Wednesday. The idea is we want to be able to play the finished set from each band. And we've got the rest of today to try and sort that out. There is a couple of issues in that there are some people that are in 2 bands. I would suggest that we have both the bands that have Raf drumming in here, and we do the band that's got Toby and Amy in it first, so that they can then go and join their other band over the other
Yeah, I
side.
think it's there.